Does this mic work? Okay, so it does. So, I'm sorry about the whole No Man's Sky thing. In the last video, I did not know it would do that. That is fortunate, because I didn't want to do that, but since I know this is a reliable game, I'll do this. And I would try sometimes to cloud play some games like the PC version of 7 Days to Die using GeForce Now on my Xbox, but Twitch wouldn't recognize what game I'm actually playing and would not allow the stream to be played. So I might be able to try it on here, although I do not have a wireless mouse and keyboard Bluetooth. So I can't really do that. But what I do have. Oh, hey, Jess. What I do have is a little clip on mic that I use sometimes whenever I'm hiking. And, oh, uh, I guess I will stick you. Where am I going to stick you on me? Stick you on my hoodie. Maybe. Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe so. Maybe you do the right stick. Man, hell if I know. Okay. Now that I got that up, let me get my phone in the right spot. This isn't really the most optimal spot, but I guess this will not work because I'll be laying on my mic. Guess I didn't think this through. Not much. Okay. Um. What if? I wonder. Ow. Deuce is the. Okay, that don't work. Where doth thou I stick you so you don't hear? I guess back on the hood you go. I guess you just go right there. I guess that's yes. I have no volume. Hello, volume. What? What? Just had volume. Where did my volume go? Oh no, my volume's there. It's just very quiet. I don't like that at all. Why you like that? I'm just gonna clip you, not on me, because I'm laying flat down on my bed. You know, the pains of trying to figure out where you're gonna stick a tiny little micro clip. I guess that works. Point the mic in the right direction. Everything works. Wow, why is that so quiet? I don't understand. Did I hit a button? I don't get it. I'm befuddled. My quality should be better than on Xbox, though I can't hear jack from the game. But I'd like to think that you can hear the game just a little bit. I will experiment with GeForce Now on my phone, but I do, in fact, well, need food right now, but I do realistically need a Bluetooth mic keyboard pair. Or separate, I guess, if I'm gonna do that. But for now, I guess we'll just stick with this. And hopefully it doesn't crash, because I have render disting turned on. Render disting? No. Render distance. I talk to myself because I am my own person with two different people in my brain I talk to on a regular basis. You know, you always got that friend talking to you. Even when there's nothing to talk about, you just talk for shits and giggles. This ain't exactly quality content at all. This game's a dead game. Although, this version of the game is, yes, but the PC version of this game is not dead. Very not much at all. Still receiving updates, but lag. I kind of figured that. Yeah, although I turned render distancing on. Traditionally on Xbox, the game would crash sometimes. And with this ability on, I'm able to see roads in the distance and the terrain in the distance, which means I can pick and see what direction I'm going to go in. But if I had this turned off, you'd see fog in the distance, which really isn't much. Kind of hard to see in the distance if there's a town up ahead, or if you know, you're gonna wind up in a crater, or where's your nearest water source. You could easily see that. Although since Starfield is on here, I suppose I could try that eventually. But I'm not even sure if I'd be even able to play. I can play it on Cloud Play. Yeah. But when things get foggy in this game, having the render distance turned on actually helps reduce the fog so it's easier to see. So it will be laggy, but I don't know if it'll crash, because I have not cloud played this game. So I'd like to hope and think it wouldn't do that, because I'm cloud playing and not on console. Because if it crashes, I would like to think that my phone would not get roasted because that would suck. Just a little bit, a lot. Yeah, I love the game No Man's Sky. I wanted to play it. I tried to play it, but it was physically not able to be played. If I can't go planet side and see the damn planet, unless if I do some jank stuff, which is in the previous stream that you can look back on, it was bad. I tried to make it work, but I couldn't. So yeah, it adds more complexity to the map. It does do that. A minute. But yeah. Yeah, it does add more detail, but traditionally, you would not be able to see that far. That you would only see halfway. But whenever fog rolls in, it's not as dense and you're able to not get lost. I mean, uh, yes, I have a map, but if you can't see what you're doing, then it's kind of south of useless. So I'm contemplating whether I should make a base in the middle of nowhere, become a tunnel rat, and live underground, or, find a house and make it a fixer upper. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Because if you don't know the difference between this version of the game, the console version, and the PC version, I would not be able to allocate my skill points wherever I want. I would need to level up that one specific skill tree in order to class up that one skill I want. Or, now this is a touch I like. They got schematics, books that you can read in the PC version that gives you specific skills. One of them that I like was to make armor piercing rounds for the sentry turret, the junk turret that you would get in the game from either finding it or crafting it. But to make the armor piercing ammunition, which does a little more damage, costs a little bit more of the same material than making the regular ammunition. So it's not so bad. But this game mode version, whatever you like to call it, gives you free reign to put your points in whatever, with the only limiting factor being you probably have to get the prerequisite or have the right skill level. So there's that. But and of course there are some that you just can't level up at all, that just level up over time. As it says, it cannot be purchased. But generally what I put into is health nut. Put like 3 levels in that. Whenever I die, my max health and stamina drop from 100 down to something. But if I put 3 points into health nut, my base health, the lowest my health can go is 100. The lowest my health can go right now, I think, is 70, 60, 70, something like that. The highest it could go, I think, the minimum high it could be is like 110, 50? Maybe? I do have time cranked on a little bit. I have it so the zombies don't run, period, unless if they're, dogs or ferals, because they will run by default. But to compensate for that, I cranked up the difficulty and cranked up the zombie spawns. Oh, and the day and night cycle, I think I adjusted right. I think. So, you want me to find a house and fix it up, or just find a house in general? First thing I'm going to do right now is make myself a... Do I not have enough wood? I probably don't have enough wood. I want to fix it up. Okay. Yeah, once things load in, since this game is pretty old, the graphics on it are not so intense. But from me being a grandfather player to this game, considering, I started playing it whenever it literally came out for console, I remember this game when it was receiving updates. Like, that was like the golden time, and then they made the PC version, and then the company went tits up, and everything else hit the fan. Also, if it's a flat surface, like flat terrain, you can see when a horde is coming, which is very nice, because you can shoot them at a distance if you have a rifle in your midst. So what I'm going to make right now is an iron reinforced club, because the basic club is poo-poo, and you cannot fix it. Once it breaks, it breaks. Just poof, gone to the ether. Also, it has more blunt damage effect by 10% more. This has a blunt trauma effect of 20. The wood club has a blunt trauma effect of 10%. Not to mention, since it's made of iron, it has more damage, which is really nice. Now, rule of thumb, always keep your bedroll right here, because if you're in a situation or you're getting hunted down by a pack of dogs, because it'll happen, just as you're running, place down your bed, and you'll be able to respawn and try and throw hands enough just to, get it to work. Now, I can build some crazy stuff here, but I can do really whatever. Primarily what today is going to be is just finding a place, fixing it up, and since we know what route we're going for finding a house and fixing it up. So it'll go like this. We know where a road is because we can see. Now, there's the thing. There's a actually, let me pick up. Did I miscalculate? I wish I had binoculars. Yeah, since you could see roads in the distance, it helps. It really, really does. But, like, you could see roads in the distance, but you'll see farther than your map reveals. Like, if I don't know that area, if I'm not close enough to that area of the map, that hill over there, it will not show on my map. But I can see it. So, I would so want to kill that deer. Deer meat right now would be fantastic. And it would give me a jump start on getting... What the... What, where? No. Also, funsy fact. This has got a 10% chance to light zombies on fire. You hit him enough times, he might catch on fire. See? And it does extra damage. Makes him extra toasty. See? 10%. It does like 9 damage to the zombies. And it doesn't break. Compared to your fists, which do 1 damage. When you're lit on fire, it does do a substantial amount of damage. Ooh, hey, a little bit of lag. Oh, you're dead. What do you got? Yeah, as you see, my health went from 100 to 86. So, since I jacked up the... Ow, 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 ow. Since I jacked up the damage ratio... Oh, God. Yeah, since I jacked up the damage, the difficulty, they do a lot more damage. Like, way more damage. Pray for my life that I don't step on a cactus right now. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah. Get more fruit, because I like fruit. Also, when you're in the PC version, whenever you're infected, you don't lose the infection. The infection rises. So things will escalate from bad to worse the further you are into the infection. Void's nest. Don't pull. Okay, left or right? Which way looks more appealing? Take the left or take the right? Left, the lady says. This is one of the 2 biomes that is classed as a desert. It's just like a very mild version of a desert. Now, if it was a actual desert, there would be aloe plants here, which would be ideal because then that would make them into medical bandages, and then I would be set for early game medical supplies. But I don't got that, so here we are. Of course it wants me to make a craptastic wooden club. Why not? I'll just grab it anyway. Hope I don't come across a bear. Also, you scrap the club, you get 75 material back. Oh, hey, that's a zombie. Yeah. Well, no. Also, if your medicine skill is not high enough, using your medical bandages and stuff will not be as effective as it should. But if you just have like 10 levels in medicine, hey, that's a chainsaw blade. That's actually pretty good. But, so get you. Yeah. If your medicine skill is high enough, you just need to take one painkiller. A painkiller dehydrates you severely by like 40 points of water and reduces the stun effect because it gives you the painkiller effect. But not only that, it gives you a minor healing effect. But the higher your medicine skill is, the more that effect takes place. Bonus to that, the painkiller effect stacks. So the more painkillers you eat, the longer the painkiller effect lasts, hence the longer the healing you have. And since we found this lovely helmet, we can have a light now. So it's easier to see. Bonus to that. Ah, what is that? That looks like something down there. I can't tell because it's a little foggy. And since it's a little foggy, you can't really see much. Now, if I didn't have this render distance thing turned on, you would not be able to see at all. It would literally be like I'm walking through a cloud. Which probably wouldn't be so bad, but, you know, I like to beg a differ. I would like to craft all of the arrows. Also, in crafting the arrows, it levels up my weaponsmithing. Like so. As you see, as I craft them down here in the bottom corner, my level rises. And you'll notice the stats change, which is pretty good. Always notch an arrow, lest you switch to it and it doesn't have an arrow notch when you need it. So now I need to go get a deer. That there is one now. Come on, fly straight. Oh, got him. I hit only one shot out of all that. So the perks to getting this. I'm harvesting it very inefficiently, but I will be able to get a tool that I can utilize in multiple ways from this deer carcass. Now, if I had a knife or a shiv, I'd be able to get more resources out of that. But since I have a bone that you could use as a weapon for 10 damage, or you can use it to break blocks, um, It'd be a little bit slow, but you're doing 7.5 damage. But now I get a free bone shiv, a knife, an extra weapon to do whatever with. And if I come across another deer, I can shiv it and get better. Well, not better. I get more meat, more hide, more fat from it than what I would. Kind of don't really need the torch out. Not at least right now. See, with it being daytime, you could see further and you can see the terrain, which is pretty good to see. Candelabra. Meals. It appears I don't really have enough. I just saw the shadow. That's all I saw. Hey, lag. Oh, hey. I scared. So, do I keep going till I find a town, or do I go check out the house? Do I continue down the road, or do I check the house? What do I do? What do I do? Do I go to the house, or do I go down the road more? I bet you are. But what do I do? Do I do the house? Do I look at the house, or do I go till I find a town or a minor city? Go to that house. Betting I could probably find some better clothes than this. red skirt I have on. Ooh, hey, house got spikies. Nice. Me harvest this big old tree that's partially charred because I'm getting charcoal from it. Good fuel source. But only minor because its burn time is 20 seconds and wood's burn time is like 10. Although I can combine that with nitrate powder and make gunpowder, so there's that. If you don't know you're safe, or you don't know if an enemy is going to spawn right up behind you and get the drop on you, just give that quick little crouch. If it says undetected, it means you're undetected. From zombies, not players. Out of all that, I got 6 charcoal. Or lump of coal. Paper. Don't need. Need more wood. This is not a forest biome, so I don't got much tree going on, except for the occasional small bush here and there. Light on. Close door. Make sure no one get this sneaky on. Nothing in the cold cube. Some metal. More fresh water. Glue. Useful. Sandwiches? No. Iron arrowheads? Yes, I could use that to make more arrows. Pooper. Check. Murky water. I could boil that down into fresh water. Some regular bandages to stop basic bleeding. Is there a candle here? Oh no, it's just a fixed light source. Ah, no, there is a candle. I'll take that. Yeah, there's a campfire. I'll just... I don't really want to blow inventory space right now because I'm kind of strapped for that. So let's just char the meat. Charred meat is better than no meat. Lovely little porch. But there's like nothing, really. I'll just leave the charcoal here. Also, fun factoid. If you have an empty jar, go to recipes, and if you have 4 fruit, you can make some tea. doesn't say tea, it says juice, but it is classed as tea because it gives you a cool drink effect. And it gives you 0.1 wellness, some pretty decent hydration, and 30 stamina. So it's good to have if you're just sweltering hot. Now, the thing ideally I'd want to make is a poncho, but that's not priority. Priority right now is the bellows. So I can start forging, but I need to figure out where base is going to be before I even start doing that. Also, this stuff kind of does dehydrate you, but it's better than nothing, really. So, wasn't really much to say about that house. Now, if it was a house with a brick base where there is the dark wood, that house would contain a free forge, one that I do not have to make. Unfortunate that it isn't. No. Foo. Tool go break. Now, I would have been able to make bacon and eggs out of the meat, but I am missing pot. I'm missing a pot. But that house isn't really... That house doesn't really have any good qualities about it. It's completely made out of wood. It has more holes than Swiss cheese. And on top of that, it's not really in a rich area in resources. Also, it's not by a water source that I'm aware, because I don't think that there would be a water source around here. The only water source that's around here is the cactus. The house will be an option, a secondary option. If I can't find anything better, I will come back here and fix it up. Ah, where? Where? I am hunted, but from where? Where doth thou art thou? You say I'm hunted, but by what? Certainly not the deer. Also, having raw food on my inventory, if it's cooked, on my toolbar, the zombies can smell it in a longer range compared to having it in my bag. Now, if it's boiled, it won't really have a longer smell. Hey! Back here. Piggy! I use shiv on pig. I get bacon. I make bacon. I be happy man. Because I have food. Okay, there's another house. This is one of them stone houses. Tad bit more reinforced with a lock for it. With a forge. A free forge. Also, in the PC version, you're able to name your marks, so you just don't have that mark there and you don't know what it is. So this is a better base candidate because there's more things, like the hunting rifle blueprint. More containers to find more stuff in. Another candle, metal things, a stone base. More basic bandages. Also, do not misclick. You will get internal bleeding and you will die. Also, free clothes, but since it's a dessert, I don't need a skull cap. Lovely little bed. Free candle upstairs. This space will work. Although before I leave, I will want to craft things. Before I do, I need clay. And in order for me to obtain the clay, I will first off place my bedroll down so I don't die and then spawn a bajillion miles away from this. So, where to find clay? Clay is these light gray brownish spots, like right here. I can tell what they are is because they look like this, and they got cotton plants growing on them. I'm gonna need a little bit of clay if I'm gonna do some metal working. With this cloth I got, I'm gonna craft myself a bandana, or some basic chest armor. Always good to make. Now, mind you, this clothing set does not provide you any insulation. However, it does provide protection, which is good, because having some protection is better than having no protection. Now I got a little bit more protection. Now I need to get myself a door, slap that down, rust style, and not die from a sneak attack. No sneaky. You can't see me, I sure as hell won't let you smell me. Rather neat little spot, ain't it? Neat. So, let's do some forging. Let's get ourselves some pots, some pans, and, for giggles... Oh. I am missing fuel source. I will save the coal until I have, enough. We need to let it absorb into the forge in order to be used. Ah, here we go. Well, bollocks, I need an anvil. Doesn't that really suck the cheese out of the fun? An anvil, as you can see, is rather pricey. Although, in the PC version of this game, you're not able to craft a forge just like this. You need to find the blueprint in order to even do that, first off. So, I think I'm gonna need more metal. Yep. Or metallic things to cram in there to melt down. Well, that does what it does. I should probably look out for some boulders. Ow! Okay, you break. You die. You die good. I didn't see you, so I stepped on you. Ow. Like this boulder. Also, notice my health and stamina in the lower left of my screen. It went up by 1 point because the meat I ate had a little bit of vitality to it. So there's that. Now, I would normally scrap it, but since I have a forge, I could just melt it. Because you see, scrapping 1 bit of raw iron gives you 3 iron. But if I were to melt it down, it would be 5 iron per. So melting stuff down for me right now would be more efficient than scrapping it. So what I'm going to be doing for this stream, I'm going to be, well, I already found a home. I'm going to be getting it fixed up, safe, add some traps here and there, and call it adieu for the moment. If my tools would stop breaking, maybe this process would go just a tad bit quicker. I mean, just a tad. Oh, feathers. Now I'm gonna make me some regular arrows. Well, iron arrows. Those do more damage. So when I'm hunting, I'll grab the iron arrows, but I want to just use the regulars. Now, as those craft, it will just level up my weaponsmithing skills, so I'll be able to make higher level bladed bows, blunts. Now, for example, how I get about 75% of the materials back whenever I scrap the club, if I were to melt it down, I would get 100% of the profits back. If that, a little less. But I would get more returns than I would. I'd be able to use it up, and if it's a metal tool, I'd be able to use it till it breaks instead of fixing it traditionally, and I would be able to just make another. Okay, anvil, a zerg. Gotta wait a little bit for the craft. Also, with the nails, I would be able to make. Not there. I need to just go about favoriting certain things that would be beneficial to me. With the chrysanthemum flowers, you can craft 3 red blocks, which are really better than nothing. And then you get to the storage crates, which are massive storage crates, but they're a way to sort your stuff, but you need 10 nails per. Come on, baby. Give me... Yes. Okay. I'm gonna make you, and I'm gonna make you. And then I'm gonna need about 10, 20, 30, 40. Uh-oh, controller died. I'm gonna need about 60 nails. Let me go fix that problem. Bollocks, I can't pause the game. Uh, I found the pause button. I got batteries back in it. So let me just deal with this. Now, I'm just a stickler with this, but I got an Energizer charger, and I'll use Energizer brand batteries, rechargeable batteries, that is, because I don't want it to have a problem. Because some batteries work with some brand stuff, some don't, some works better, some doesn't, but I suppose that's preference, I guess. Though there are perks to having a clip-on mic. You can walk wherever, really, and have your mic with you. It's not in your face. So if you're breathing, you don't have your breath being heard by every moment. But I suppose it could be a bit jarring on some people's nerves, I guess. All right. Let me stick you right. No, not right there. That don't work. We'll stick you right here. Works. Hey, the stuff's done. So I forgot how much count. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 nails. Well, I can craft 73. So I'm pretty sure I have enough. So, no, not that. Break this and replace it with a actual usable fireplace. Like so. Put you in there, and then I'm able to grab my meat and make something out of it. Now I could grill it. I could do that. Or I can make bacon and eggs. Or not, because I didn't add fuel, because I'm a bum. I guess I'll leave the one bit of meat I have and the fire. As long as you put it in the output, it doesn't burn up at all. So it had a 0.8 value for the burnt meat. This has 1 whole point. So if I wanted to level up my wellness, if I am to be reading this correctly, my wellness is measured in points. So the more food I eat in wellness, the higher the likelihood I am to get a point up in health. Or, you know, a wild card, you could use animal fat as a fuel source, which I've done in the past because I ran out of wood and um, charcoal or coal from the massive zombie hordes that were coming. I was the corpse collector, the guy that would clean the corpses off the streets, and since I use a shiv or a knife or a machete or something of that sort, so long as it's bladed, you get the animal fat back from that, which then you can either burn or make it a tallow and make it into a candle. Whichever you so prefer. Make one of every box. Make things a bit neatly and orderly. I'm gonna need to break these. Now, ideally, how I would get my iron, since I'm in the middle of nowhere, I would have already had a tunnel set for a mine shaft. And since this game does have physics, well, some degree of physics, you do need to worry about cave-ins, so that is a thing. So, since you going tunneling, just can't do it all willy-nilly like, you need to actually support it. Yeah. I hear that. I hear that, and I don't like that I hear it. But they don't know I'm here. I think someone heard me breaking the metal thing. Ta-da! I ranked up. I get 5 free skill points. That I can put wherever. The reason why I put my 5 points into medicine is because whenever I eat, I get that little symbol that pops up. That means I'm passively healing. I would passively heal more if my medicine skill were higher. Since it isn't, this raising it will actually do a lot more than what you think. Because now I get a 17.8% to health gain from, as it states, topical, consumable, or remedies. Go away. Leave me to me and my lotions. Also, in the PC version, you will run out of stamina and you won't be able to swing anymore. Here, you can. You'll just do a lot less damage. But of course, you can do a heavy strike, which is very nice with weapons, so that you can knock them down, knock them good, knock some skills together. Okay, we got a gun chest, we got a medical. Put the munitions chest on top of the weapons chest. Suppose put the food on top of the medical and put the explosive right there. And the building right on top of that. Now, if you wanted and you're already collecting clothing, you can make another one of these building supply chests and put your clothes in here or your explosives. Because I guarantee you're not early game going to be finding a lot of explosives unless if you find a lot of ammo cans, which is not likely. So I'm able just to put my foodstuffs in there. Murky water counts. My medical, I don't really have medical. Nitrate powder is combustible. Put that in there. Don't got really no munitions, but I got iron arrows. I got no guns. I could just stick you in the forge and everything be all fine. By the way, I think the maximum that you can hold of every item in here, the iron, the brass, the lead, the glass, the stone, the clay, I think is 50,000. Now, since Since I already broke down the items to their uh, baser components, like the brass stuff, into just brass, it goes in there at a 1-to-1 ratio. But if I were just to put the brass doorknob or the whichever I got in here, you'd get more. Primarily what the brass and lead is used for is kind of a no-brainer, but I'll say it anyway. To make bullet casings and bullet tips. Or you can use the lead to make different types of glass blocks. But once again, you need glass. And how you get glass is by, I think, putting crushed sand in here. Or in general, just sand. I haven't the faintest clue, but maybe. Also, if you have multiple forges and multiple campfires running, the zombies will get attracted to the noise. I seem to be a very thirsty individual. Since I have a cooking pot, I can take this murky water, bring it over here. Wonder what the hell is going on upstairs. Hey, stop that. Stop that. Good lawn trimming is pretty good. Also, it works your athletics. Since the corpse is like this, I can just shiv it. Yes, I'll get the bones. I'll get sometimes the flesh, but I'll get the fat, which then I can use for fuel. Prop 2 fuel, that is. Oh no, this is the Xbox version. Yeah, the PC version does not exactly let you allocate your skill points wherever. So this is you wouldn't really be able to join because it's local play. Although I always try to play the PC version on Xbox through GeForce Now, through their play services, because you can do that on Xbox, just go into the browser on Xbox and look up GeForce Now, and you can play the PC version of 7 Days on Xbox. But the catch is, you cannot stream it on Xbox because you need to be on something that Twitch recognizes is a game. And since you cannot put Microsoft Edge as a stream thing under Twitch for some reason, so I can't play it because it won't play the video feed. But on here, since I'm basically sharing my screen, I could do that now. Since I'm playing on mobile, that is. Though I would need not USB, a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard because I own the PC version of the game. I just need the actual things to play it, and I could very much well do it. Although I kind of need a bigger screen than my tiny little phone. Maybe like an iPad. Yeah, mine's all gone. I'd watched it enough, Overlord enough, at one point that I could basically say all the words in the first season in Japanese. But then the other seasons came out, and I'm like, hey, I need to watch that. The English version's good, but sometimes you gotta go to the originals. I didn't look at the abridged version yet. Although, I can say this. Worth every second. Okay. But I'd rather the irregular high schooler. That is my favorite one. That is the first one I have watched that I actually enjoy non English because it can be in English, but I just don't like it in English. The irregular high schooler. It's kind of a long one, but yeah, it's got quality. Certainly has a longer season reign than Ain's got. But yeah, you guys can go look at my past stream that I did. I think it was a couple of days ago or yesterday of No Man's Sky. It looked horrible. The copy glitch, I don't know because I don't use it. I mean, I'm a veteran of this game. Well, at least I class myself as a veteran because I played it whenever the game first came out for console. because I pre-ordered 7 Days to Die for console and was playing it when it was still receiving updates. So I'm kind of the grandfather to this. So it's kind of weird whenever I find someone that wants to start playing this game and I'm like, you do realize this version of the game is a little dead, right? Which I'd rather someone start playing this version of the game than the PC version, because you jump straight into the PC version, you are going to be bombarded with so much crap you won't even be able to keep your head on straight. However, if you start with this version of the game, you actually get a little bit of a grasp of it and not get so confused. Although you'll notice the definite difficulty difference in just trying to go through a house. I mean, hell, it could take you literal real life hours to go through an entire factory and not die, because then you're gonna have to climb your way back up it, which would not be fun, like, at all. Because I've had my fair share of doing that. Not fun. Integration options. Oh, also, when you go to Cloud Play Games, if you have Game Pass Ultimate, you can do it wherever, on whatever mobile device. But you do need to realize that there are some games you can play with or without a controller. Also, if you go to play Rainbow Six Siege on here, since it is a popular game, you may have to wait in the lineup. But since this isn't GeForce Now, and you only have so much airtime to play, I can play for however long I want and not have a problem. But since this is for Xbox and I have Ultimate, which is really good, by the way, because, you know, every time you play Game Pass Ultimate game or in general Game Pass game, you get free points every time. And even you can get enough points to redeem a gift card that automatically puts the credits onto your account. And you can even buy Xbox paraphernalia, like a new Xbox wireless controller or a console, for a little % off on Xbox if you buy it from the Microsoft Store. Because if you have Ultimate, you get a little % off on Xbox products, which is pretty cool. I remember when this game was still receiving updates. I remember just always waking up with a group of friends playing on the same world until the game gets updated, and then you have to scrap that world because you can't play it because it's an old save file. You know, that sucks. I have a game from... I have 3 different... what do you call it? 3 different save files for public worlds from 3 years ago till now. And it sucks because you can only have 4 worlds, but yet I have 3. one from 2023, one from 2022, and one from 2021. And I'm dead. Ow. Oi, lumpies. Having fun munching on my corpse? Clearly you are, because it ain't here no more. Now I'll finish grabbing this resource and get him off my house. Y'all need to get while the getting's good. Ska-freaking daddle. Ow, where'd you come from? Now, here's the trick fuckery of this game. You could be fighting and the zombies will literally spawn out of your field of view. They will literally spawn right on top of you, right behind you. Doesn't matter where you are at. Unless if you have your back to a physical wall, they will... See, like that crawler, he was not behind me. Damn it. Dead. Duct tape, man's best friend. Dead. Also in the PC version, nerdy glasses actually give you an XP bonus. Here they don't really do that. Now let's just clean up the corpses. Like to have a nice and tidy home, one that's not strewn with corpses. Not to mention I can just use the animal fat as a fuel source. Because wood is not abundant. At all. So you go in there. Might as well grab the torch. No, put you in there. Put you in there. You in there. Works. So I'm gonna need about 20 forged iron. That I'm pretty sure I can easily get right now. Well, that's not 20. That's almost 20, but that's not 20. There's 20. Now I can have 2 hard metal doors. Now I could just... I have to break the doors because I don't have enough metal to upgrade them to metal and then to their upgraded counterpart. Although a thing that I do like about the PC version, they have your food and water and health right here, which is very nice. It's the ease of management, which is very lovely. So you don't have to like open up your other tab to see your stuff. Also, my hand's numb. Ow. Like, my pinky and all the way up to my middle finger is numb. I've been sitting on it the wrong way. It's entirely numb. Like, I literally cannot feel it. That worries me. Slap a hard metal door on here. Sloop. I'm not going to upgrade him to metal because I don't need to do that because I need to chew through all these planks, and each of these planks have about 200 health, which gives me more than enough time to do what I need to do. Let's batten down the hatches. Make this place safe. And call it adieu for this stream. Also in the process, I'm leveling up my construction tools, which is essential to level up because I need to level up my construction tools by orthodox or unorthodox means to get concrete mixing, steel smithing to make the workbench, which is key, and the chemistry bench for a little extra alchemical fun. grab the door, stick it right there, get it safe, open up the blinds because I like a place that I can see out of. Since it's upstairs and I don't really need to worry about functionality, I just really need to worry about getting seen, which I don't really care about. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16. Okay. I'm just gonna replace them with wooden windows. I'm not gonna upgrade them. I want this place to look a little bit homey. I suppose that is quite noisy. Oh, bollocks, my tool broke. Ow. Some feeling came back to my hand, and it feels like I crimped a nerve. Now, you can't really see out of them, but... well, you can't really be up on it and have your light on, because you really won't be able to see anything. Oh, hey, you sneaky little bugger, you. Throwing in 2 extra windows and think I won't notice. So let's see, there are 2 windows. Quite a lot of windows here. Just make some basic building blocks to get a little higher up. Oh, hey, that yellow dot is an airdrop. Oh my god, you sneaky buggers, you. Well, let's just start right here, shall we? Er, no. I want up. There we go. Now, don't think by the shadow of a doubt this place is even remotely safe. This place is not safe. I won't rest until I make it safe. Now, you could make spikes, but there are 100 per, and they take quite a long time to make. So, where was that? Okay. Oh my god. My thumb is going numb. I don't like that. What the fuck? Oh my god, I thought they were on top of my house. Check around me. Dead. More nails. Joy. Now I need to get your carcass out of here. Let's go get this drop. Maybe there might be medical supplies within. Also, I might be able to hunt a deer. And if there is a special book inside for my brain so it's not so smooth, it's got a little lumpiness to it. Okay, yeah. Let the blood flow go back to my hand. Okay, ow. Letting blood flow go back to my hand. Good option. Also, not such good option, because it... Wow. Pins and needles. Not so like your feet, but, you know, not pleasant. Discomforting, yes, but not painful like you feet. I thought the game crashed there for a second. Also, if you leave the world and rejoin, that airdrop will still be there, but the marker won't be there. So you'll have a bunch of random airdrops just in your world if you do not collect them. What is this? Is this flat land? Or is that water? I cannot tell. Looks like flat land? Ah, okay. Yeah, this is a town. Yeah, see, I can't tell where the buildings are, but in towns and cities, the road always goes in like a grid. Always, always, always. So I can effectively see a town in the distance. And ooh, hey, free gas. This is not a town. This is in fact a city. Well, how about that? Now, this would be a fixer-upper nightmare. Entirely. I also turned down the spawn timing. Well, respawn for things. So it won't take as long for things to respawn. And I could tell that this is going to be a pretty large city. And since my rule of thumb, I always run around the outskirts of it to get the general grid layout of how big I'm looking at. Because it'd be really nice to know. Oh, hey, free gunpowder and a leather hood schematic. And bees. Can't forget about bees, because bees give you honey. Honey removes infections, which is good. Oh, and of course the occasional burn victim there to my right. And a lead trophy. Oh, and the cops. You cannot forget about the cops. And maybe sometimes a dog or two. I guess. Maybe a police station or two. But I'm probably not going to be that lucky. Now, see, if I didn't go after that airdrop, I wouldn't have known this was here. But if I would have followed the road, I would have came to this regardless. Ooh, hello. Oak trees of green. Oak trees that give lots of wood. Now here's the thing. My home, where it is right now, is far enough away from here that the loot will respawn here if I loot this entire place. And I got a pine seed. And since right here there is a oak biome, I'll be able to come over here and collect all the wood I need. Ew. It's a... Oh my god, what happened? Where? How? Huh? What hit me? Oh, it was a doggo. It was a pooch. No. My loot. Fret not, I have it so that only stuff on my toolbar goes by. Though it is a little sad. It is what it is. I'm gonna make myself a club. I'm gonna go back there, mono. I'm gonna get my loot back. I'm gonna go collect that drop. But this time I'm going to follow the road so I don't step on no cacti. Now you see, dogs have a really good sniffing range, and that is dead center of the town. I can already tell. If I can't see the end of the town, like grid-wise per the road, this is a pretty big town. And the likelihood, if there is one of every shop in here, a poppin' pills, that's one. A crack a book, that's two. A working stiff tools, that's three. Shamway foods, that's four. So meds, books, food, medicine. Three key things. Now, if I'm really lucky, I might find the large store variants, which would be very great to find because they have a lot more crates in there than the original smaller counterparts to the store. But in reality, if I had one of every store, and one of every I mean it, I could get whatever I want from those stores. But if I'm lacking a bookstore, my knowledge increase may be very slow. They may have to rely off of all the bookshelves and... No! No! Bad Poochie! Oh. You see, there's a little trick fuckery going on here because I don't have no meat on me. The dog should not have been able to find me twice. I sense someone slipping some piece of meat in my back pocket and being smelled from a very far ways away. I sense some trickery going on here. So you know what? I'm just going to go straight for my airdrop. That's it. And if it gets all crammed up in my inventory and I die, I die. Because everything up in my inventory, I will not lose. Everything in my toolbar, I will lose. Now, I will not lose it permanently, but it will be a little bit of a loss. Now, if it's on top of a building, then I'm going to be kind of SOL because I don't got the tools. I can make the tools, but I don't got the tools. You know, maybe turning the spawn rate on medium is the reason why things are so damn bad. Man, grab. Run. Now see how it's foggy? If I didn't have my render distance turned up, you wouldn't be able to see Jack 5 feet in front of my face. But since I have the render distance jacked up, you're able to see longer. Now, if I didn't have the render distance on, this would be about as far as you'd be able to see. Minimally. if I didn't have it on. Now, I'm not going to bother to look around or look at my map. I just want to get it and get out. Hey, a free fire axe. Not that I can see anything. That bee is coming after me. Oh, that's a bear right in front of me, right there. The game really wants to dick me over, doesn't it? It's like, oh, you take the way that doesn't have, ooh, what are you? You take the way that doesn't have the dogs? That's fine. We'll just throw bears at you. See if it sticks. Off. Damn. Oh, hey, I got really dicked over. So, not only the dog would have killed me, but the feral would have killed me. So, I'm gonna just say it. That place is a death trap until I actually get some weapon skills. So here's what I'm gonna do. Not go there. Nope. That airdrop can go fluff itself. Although, I will mark it with a X. I do know now that there is a bank right there. And there's a funeral parlor. And there's a tool shop right there. Now, either I'm going to have to develop some pretty nasty stealth skills right now in order to get it. But it is there. Dead center. And I can't go in there. But I did get a free axe out of that. So, poggers to that, I guess. That axe will be useful because not only can I fix it, but when it breaks, I can melt it down and make a new one. So, since I have a plethora of bones, I will make myself a bone shiv as a weapon because they're cheap. They're a dime a dozen. I'm going to put the food stuffs away. Make sure there are no zombies. Plant my tree. Get the good once over. Make sure there are no creepy crawlies. Do the old sneak. Check the back. Everything all good. Actually, it does look nice. Now that I replaced everything with actual windows, it actually looks nice. Homey even. Although I don't like where that picture is. So I will move that. Oh, why? Put you right there. Don't plant right there. Not the plant. Sure. Well, I guess this place will be a pretty big fixer-upper for just making it homey. Like, I may add another floor, or I may add a basement, maybe. I may even dig down, like right here in the bathroom, and make a little mine shaft right there. Because with how tough things are just from getting into the city, well, that kind of just shows how tough it's going to be for me. But I did get a leather hood schematic. So if I get some leather, I can make some pretty cool stuff. But I can't do that because I got no time on that. And also, another note, I will not be placing a lot of torches or light sources around because each of those little light effects is a particle effect, which will make the stream lag, which is no bueno. So I will probably be using ceiling lights or any type of electric light because it's probably going to be less uh, intensive on the stream for future note. Also, candles barely make any light. They barely have any particles, so they're really good. They're just really small. You can, in fact, hold a candle in your hand, but you'll be walking around like you actually would with a candle in your hand. You ain't going to get much light. But you place it in the right area, you could have enough light. It is weird how the candles are sometimes. Like, if you place it right here, it sits on the lower block, so it fits right here because it does look like it's just sitting there aesthetically. But actually, it's a different case. Yeah, I'll leave that right there. Stick you right there. You light up over here. Light up the living room a little bit. I'm gonna take them chairs. Not that. I'm gonna take the chairs, move them upstairs. I mean, it's not a bad view. They're a little dirty, but I can make magic glass out of wood, so, why complain? And I have a porch, balcony, gangway. I don't really know. But I have a nice view. I am wet. Why am I wet? Why am I wet? Why am I wet? I'm underneath the roof. Why am I wet? Is there a leak? Stupid roof and his stupid leaks. If I get a wrench, I can actually pick that up, I think. Or I'll just get some electrical components out of that. So
Yeah, there's that. So, future events to things to come. We're gonna focus on getting some armor. We're gonna focus on getting the base set for day 7, because it's day 5 right now. And if we act quick enough, you'll be able to buy this Slap Chop 9000 for $19.99. But just wait. If you act now, you'll be able to get 2 for the price of 1. Yeah, no. If I act quick enough, I'll be able to build the mine, get enough iron to get my place set up defensively, and not get overrun. Because clearly, going into the city ain't it. Because you saw every time I went into the city, I got dead. I got dead by dogs twice. And the third time, I almost got dead by a bear. And then I got dead by a dog and a feral, which is not good because normally ferals take a while to spawn if you have your spawn rate on low or very low. Normally, you'd see them in the mobs of zombies that come every 7 days toward you. But it's a catch 22 with the ferals. If you kill the feral, you'll have a pretty high chance to find something good, like a part for the 44 Magnum, military clothing, military fiber. You may find ammunition on him for the 44, or you may just find a whole load of dick diddly. Nothing. But you'll get a lot of XP for it because it's like a bear. It's tanky, it's faster than you, although a bear is barely faster than you if you hit it while running backwards with a bow. You'll be able to get distance on a bear, but with a feral, not really. And stunning it is not an option. So I need to pray that I find a spike club schematic and on a zombie corpse that's going to be by within 2 days, or else I'm going to have a really hard time trying to fight the zombies mano a mano in person, because spike club is the best weapon there is. If I level my blunt weapons, I could basically one tap them if I hit them in the cranium with it. But since I don't have that, I'm gonna have to make do with the Lucille bat. Also, people don't really know how to turn up the render distance. You cannot do it in game. You have to go to the main menu right here, go to options, go to video, and go down right here, display distant terrain. You need to turn that on. And turn off motion blur because that sucks. But do be forewarned. You turn on display distant terrain, your Xbox may be prone to crashing. If it's just you on your single player server in your LAN world, you'll be fine. It may rarely crash. But if you're playing with other people on multiplayer, it may crash. More than likely. But just you'll be able to see that. If other people do not have it turned on, they will not be able to see as far as you can, so you have that little extra advantage, which is maybe good or bad depending on if you're in a PvP scenario. I also run Butch because he is a guy you get from a pack. I like him because he has face paint. He's the only character that has face paint. Anyway, as you see, I have worlds from 2021, 2022 to 2023. As you can see, I have not been on the world since then. So when it comes 2024, I don't know what I'm going to have to do. I think I might need to somehow save my world files to something, maybe. And then just move over to the PC version of the game. Or I'm just gonna have it be up to 2023, and then on the PC version, I'll have the other dates of stuff. I might just have it that whenever I mess around with the guys, I might have VODs. I don't think I'm saying that right. VODs. Like the full stuff, full gameplay. Well, that's if some of the guys get a PC, or they just do if we do GeForce Now. So there's that. But yeah, I'll look into GeForce Now on my phone in the morrow and see if I can play the PC version of 7 Days. But once again, I need the mouse and keyboard in order to play it. I can't use the controller. It's not optimized for that at all. You can't even play it with a controller because there's no button mapping for it. So there's that, but I could probably figure out some other games to play that I can use with a controller or touch. So there's that. And here's me saying, I guess, good night, good morning, depending on where you are. I just realized 5 o'clock. Look outside, it's still dark. Who'd have think? I'd still think it's night. But if I didn't look at the time right now, yeah. Just don't be mad at me. I didn't realize the time. But anyway, I'll catch you guys in the morrow. If I have the solution figured out, I'll upload a little short stream about me saying what I can and cannot do. But yeah. Bye.